Welcome to welcome back to the ID Race channel. As you can see, we have the winter snow here in northern Minnesota. This has actually been pretty challenging of a snowstorm. It started on Wednesday. Today's Friday. We've been without power for 3 days now. We got about 20 plus inches. It was really heavy, wet snow. I got my John Deere snowblower attachment on that guy. I've done as much cleaning and clearing as possible. My dog absolutely just loves the snow. There you go, Kato. So he's loving that. Got a snowmobile covered. I mean, you can see how much snow is actually falling. Yeah, today, just doing some, well, you can hear the generator in the background, but just doing some cooking here on the Blackstone. Got some bacon sizzling with some pancake batter. So making do with what we can. The generator's running the house. Thankfully, we have propane heater in the basement, like a fireplace. It's like 30,000 BTUs, which is enough to heat, at least get the edge off inside the house. So we got that running, hooked up to the generator. I do not have any heat in the garage right now, so I mean, it's like 30 degrees. The garage, I tried to stay out of that for the shop garage as much as possible, just to at least keep the heat in there so things don't freeze. But yeah, so it's been pretty crazy. We're gonna get some snowmobiles started though, so that is gonna be the fun of the day, I guess. So let's get to it, have some fun, eat some breakfast. We are still gonna do some content. I got the Skidoo. This is a 800 E-Tech. It's a 2015 XRS. So we'll get this guy fired up, as well as I got a 500 SS. So that one it's a 500 chassis with a 600 carbureted motor. So that one's a ripper as well. And then we have my son's, he's got the Polaris, which is, we got running, parked it out here so that we could play with it. And then now you can see we've got about, I don't know, 2 feet of snow on it. So we'll get that one cleaned up as well so that we can all kind of play around. But I'll break trail on this guy and get this one fired up here so that we can at least have a little bit of fun in the winter. I did actually save a gentleman that was out in one of the trails locally in the side-by-side. So I'll throw a picture of his so you can see the Honda did its work. That Polaris unfortunately just got stuck in a creek and we had to pull him out. But yeah, so I'm gonna continue on doing a little cooking here and then we're gonna go do some playing. And I feel like being prepared is all you can do. So let me flip these pancakes real quick. But with being prepared and having gas, making sure that your propane's filled, having contingency plans to be able to have water and things of that nature, it's a big deal. When you don't have those things, I'll tell you what, to flush the toilet, to let the dogs drink water, to wash your hands, do dishes, like all that stuff you take for granted until you don't have it. So we're trying to make it through this as best as possible and try to not, I guess, focus on the fact that we don't have power and when is the power going to be on. Currently right now where we're at, there's about almost 12,000 people without power, and the power company is trying to go through and recruit outside help to be able to get this resolved for how heavy that the snow is. Took down a lot of trees, a lot of power lines. So yeah, we're just making do with what we got. So today we're gonna try to just see if we can have some fun. On to the pancakes. Oh, these things are turning out awesome. If you haven't ever done pancakes on a Blackstone, you're missing out. All right, so it's been a while since I've started the good old XRS. Just pulled her out a little bit here. Battery should have some charge on it, so we'll just pull the kill switch and see if she just cranks over. Oh, she dead. All right, Well, looks like we're gonna have to use a generator for a little bit of battery power. All right, got the battery charger going, so let that thing charge up a little bit. Well, we let the battery charge. It's absolutely crazy. It's starting to snow again. So just check this out. It's like it just can't stop. It is what it is. Yeah, so we'll get a little bit more snow cover, give us a little bit more to ride on, have some fun. All right, so we got some juice on this guy. Let's try her again. Oh, first crank, baby. First crank. There we go. A little warm up. Smell of my two-stroke. Let's give this thing a little rip.
I think you gotta give her a little bit of a reverse. Come on, give her all you got.
Right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Woo.
You want to give it a ride?
Oh yeah.
All right, I want a breath. So the 137 track, so 137 inch track, so it's a Renegade model. That thing was having some issues. Some of these parts where it's got the snow, it's like, I don't even know, 3 feet deep. And with the amount of heavy wet snow when it compacts down, it's just basically the skid plates for your footrest on the footwells, they just basically bottom out, get the machine stuck, and then you're just kind of hope and pray that you don't have to dig it out. But was able to get it out. A lot of body work. I got to get used to this again. But let's try to get the 121 out and see what that one does and how it does. I'm kind of curious. But that one Kane should be able to ride. But we'll see. I mean, that one might get stuck a lot easier than the 137 did. Tried pulling on this guy a little bit. One thing I noticed, for whatever reason, and I ran this probably like maybe 2-3 months ago and it ran just fine. But when I try to hit the throttle, it's like locked up, like I can't move it. Well, going underneath, because two individual Mikuni carburetors, one linkage, I can move it pretty freely and it's like it's working, but the other one is like jammed shut. So I think I'm gonna take this air box off and find a little surprise, some chipmunk or a little mouse left me. So let's get to it. All right, so I'm getting this last clamp off here. I don't know if you can really see that down there. So that's the clamp for the air box. And then I got one right here. Trying to do this with the, let me just get that guy on there. Make it a little bit easier. Get that one off there. So let's get the air box out and see what we can see. Backside off. Come on. There she goes. Alright. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's a nest in there. Well, something went through the engine, I think. Here, take that, bud. I know. Let's see. Oh. So what was holding this stuck? So this one is jammed on what? I guess we're still unknown, but yeah, the air box is definitely filled with mouse shit. So we gotta clean this up and then further investigate why the throttle is stuck. So let's get on to that. Alright, so we found the issue with the carburetor. I pulled it out so that we could actually see this. This linkage here, which is right here where my finger is, this cable definitely locked up. So if you look in here, you can see why. She's all corroded. It's got all kinds of crap inside of there. This is the top of the bowl. So we're gonna pop this one off on this side. Let's see what that one looks like as well. Is that one any worse? I'd say par for the course. She's about the same. So all this corrosion in here, I mean, that could very well be the reason why this thing's not moving for the actual cable itself. So we are going to clean these up and reseal them and see if we can't get any throw on the throttle cable, because the cable does move. So I mean, the cable's moving freely. It's just this is all locked up through here on the shaft. So let's clean it up and see if we can fix this. All right, so by total accident, and I'm trying to get this thing apart. Well, you can't take these plates off. There's like on the inside of this bowl in there, you know, like get those screws off and take the shaft out and all kinds of clips and all this. So anyways, I already loosened all these 4 screws that hold this thing together. Well, in doing that, a bunch of fuel basically spilled out everywhere, where now I have gas all over the belt, so that's really good. But now it opens up. So there's something in there catching, binding, whatever. So I'm gonna lube all this up. I've already cleaned the inside of that bowl on both sides, but there's definitely something hanging up. So that's fixed now. Let's get this thing back together. And all right, so got her back together. I'm gonna spray a little brake clean into the air filter, and then we're gonna give this thing a pull and see what we get. Because Mommy needs her snowmobile.
Darn Skippy!
Yeah. So I'll throw that guy in there. Let's try and see. Oh God. Ooh, I heard fire. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Choke. that was promising. Wow, either way. Runs, happy with that. I gotta back this thing out of here though. Make sure everything works, but that ride will be for tomorrow. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Obviously you can see, still don't have power. Hopefully we have power by tomorrow. I don't know. We're gonna go get dinner, go fill up some water jugs. Catch you guys in the next one. Whew.